So this is how I test toilets. So I put a 6-foot 3/8 hole, fill up the tank, and now in every toilet install we put these little blue tablets. So what you do is just a little blue dye. See, like a little Percocet, and we throw it in here, and it turns the water blue. The reason we do that now is because one time, like a month ago, it took us over 40 hours to install a toilet, and we thought we were doing it wrong. We kept coming back and forth. It turned out the toilet had a hairline crack under, just a hairline, and that's where it was leaking from. So now we have a habit of putting dye on that. So the reason I like to do this, I like to fill up the tank first. Let that fill up, because we're using an old toilet. Sometimes when they put the new floor, they reuse the old toilet, and sometimes these little washers, because they're out in the sun, they fail. The little washers for the tank, they fail on us, and that way we leave that first, and then the next step is we fill this, and then we do a running test for 5 minutes, and just keep it running, because right now it's going to be a constant flow. It's like, I know some people do like 5-10 flushes, but this is like if it was flushing 100 times, you know. It's a constant water flow, and then we just check. And we do that, why? Because they're paying us to install this correctly. And like I said, it goes back to the contractors. Yes, they can install a toilet, but why do they call me to come and install this toilet? It's called liability. They just put this floor in. If it leaks and they install it, it's on them. And I had some contractors where it leaked over a week or a month, and then this brand new flooring that they just installed sponges up and it messes up. So they rather pay me the fee to come install this toilet, because if it leaks, it's my fault, and that they could blame me, and then I gotta replace this flooring. So literally, I know you guys, it goes back to, you wouldn't pay me $300 to come install just one toilet, but contractors will, because they had an experience where they had to pay over $5,000 to redo all this flooring because they didn't check correctly that the toilet was installed. They didn't spend the extra time to check. And I do, because if I don't do it right and it leaks, well, I'm a plumber, I should know what I'm doing. And it's leaking and the water's going underneath and it starts messing up the floor. Now it's on me instead of the contractor. So for them, $300 is cheap compared to $5,000 in repair. So this is how I test my toilets. Just keep that running, check around, make sure there's no glue, and it looks like it's good. And we see, like I said, there's nothing special about installing a toilet. I mean, the general contractors could have their employees install this toilet, but what they want to get out of is the liability of this thing leaking and then messing up this brand new flooring, and then they have to come back and replace it. If that toilet leaks, it's on me, and then the contractor could put the blame on me. And to them, it's probably cheaper to pay $300 for me to come and just install a simple toilet than for them have an employee at $20 an hour install it and charge the customer and make money, but then they got to deal with the liability, because who are they going to blame but themselves? You know, they can't blame the employee, and that's one thing when you own a company, you take full responsibility and liability. So you gotta do, installing the toilet is easy. It's just making sure that the wax ring held. Like I said, one time, the reason we use this blue dye now, because literally we installed the toilet 5-6 times, and it wasn't even our installation, it was the toilet itself. It was hairline crack under the bowl inside. I had toilets where they come from the factory crack, and that's noticeable. This one was a hairline crack, and it kept leaking, and we kept putting it back and forth, and then we got these little blue dyes, and yep, we figured out it was a hairline crack and it wasn't our installation. But this is why they pay us, to make sure that it's not leaking. And yeah, it's not that hard to install a toilet, but the key word they're trying to get away from is liability, because they already did all this work, and the worst thing they could do is do it again and not get paid for it. So yeah, installing a toilet is easy, but when you're, it's not like I'm a handyman. I gotta take responsibility. I have legal action could be taken against me if this little toilet leaks and messes up the floor. Luckily, I know contractors, so even if something did happen like that, we would fix it, and the contractor could still put the blame on me, and then I will take the cut of the money. We'll get this done, but at least he doesn't look bad, and for him, it's pretty cheap. He'd rather pay my service fee than to deal with that headache. And like I said, I know plenty of you guys are gonna be like, "It's just a toilet. It's just a toilet." They don't want to deal with the headache, and they'd rather just pay me to install it. And that's what it's something like I could do my own brakes in my car, but I'd rather not, stuff like that. And yep, so this is a $300 install for just a little toilet.